Okay, so I'm doing my project on social media's effect on consumerism, self-esteem, and credibility. Through social media, consumerism has taken a gigantic leap of productivity due to credibility placeholders and advertising that convince us if a product works for them, it will also work for us. Each advertisement is specifically utilizing pathos to appeal to viewers' emotions. They do this by depicting families, sports, food, and values that would resonate with our own values and morals. Advertising has taken over most social media due to the fact that most of the entire world uses at least one social media platform. In essence, it is quicker to reach masses this way. By appealing to our emotions, consumer culture is relying on blurring the lines between wants, needs, and must haves. Postman states, my argument is limited to saying that a major new medium changes the structure of the discourse. It does so by encouraging certain uses of the intellect, by favoring certain definitions of intelligence and wisdom, and by demanding a certain kind of content. In a phrase, by creating new forms of truth telling. These new forms of truth telling are what drive users to products and new ideologies. Consumers of social media are offered snippets that appear to be the truth and are drawn to an idea based off of the credibility placeholders that fill their screens and advertisements. Millions of people are able to instantly share their lives on social media platforms, and they're able to create large followings of people that want to mimic their seemingly perfect life. In an article called Social Media and Consumer Culture Addicted to the Idealized Consumer, written by James Lader, it is discussed how Instagram influencers who build a strong follower base are able to partner with companies who in turn target the individuals that the influencer appeals to. When someone has thousands of followers, they are able to earn thousands of dollars for a single promotional post, as well as the company that is endorsing that post. Although these influencers may not like the product or company, they will advertise to their large following base that they do so that they're able to make money. Later states, the demanding and stressful nature of consumer culture make communication technologies such as mobile phones and social media networking sites an essential part of life. Consumption is woven into the social contract or construct of most of the world, which helps explain the motivation to work. Um, as usage of social media goes up, the company's capitalization is going up. A 2018 study by the Pew Research Center revealed that 88% of 18 to 29-year-olds using or 18 to 29-year-olds and 78% among those ages 30 to 49 use some form of social media. 74% of Facebook users say that they visit daily, and 60% of Instagram users frequent the site daily. 40% of social media users indicate it would be difficult for them to give up. And most social media websites have an algorithm that is specifically targeting users with advertisements to endorse these companies and to support consumerism. Those who spend a longer amount of time on social media platforms are more likely to turn to the materialistic style of life through consumerism. Users see influencers finding value and contentment through various ideas and products, so they adhere to them by purchasing. Postman states the television commercial is not at all about the character of products to be consumed. It is about the character of the consumers of products, images of movie stars and famous athletes, of serene lakes and macho fishing trips, of elegant dinners and romantic interludes, of happy families packing their station wagons for a picnic in the country. These tell nothing about the products being sold, but they tell everything about the fears, fancies, and dreams of those who might buy them. What the advertiser needs to know is not what is right about the product, but what is wrong about the buyer. The television commercial has oriented business away from making products of value and toward making consumers feel valuable, which means that the business of business has now become pseudo-therapy. Advertisers have tapped into the knowledge that social media has greatly influenced its users' self-esteem, therefore leading them to lean into things that will make their lives mimic those they follow and look up to. In the article, The Dark Side of Social Media, Content Effects on the Relationship Between Materialism and Consumption Behaviors, written by Alfonso Pellegrino, it is noted how consumers that spend more time on social media have higher levels of materialism than those who spend time reading newspapers or print. Pellegrino states social identity formation is greatly impacted by the individual's association with social media influencers and membership of desirable communities. Research shows that social comparison is a key mechanism impacting social media users' subjective well-being. So the sociometer theory is that self-esteem is calibrated to cues of inclusion or rejection within the social environment. Therefore, self-esteem is affected by likes, comments, and shares through social media. 60% of people using social media have reported that it has impacted their self-esteem in a negative way. 50% of people using social media have reported that it has had negative effects on their relationships. And 80% of people using social media have reported that it is easier to be deceived by others through their sharing on social media. Based off of the sociometer theory, like I said, self-esteem is calibrated to cues of inclusion or rejection within the social environment. From there, people will base their feelings for themselves off of their relational value in communities. Self-esteem is elevated when people are included or deemed popular. Social media enhances these feelings entirely. We see people gaining more likes and comments and followers than we do, and instantly place ourselves in an unpopular type of category when we contain less. We relate our purpose to pursuing aims that we believe are of value to others. Our self-esteem is almost easier to be deceived by others through their sharing on social media. Or our self-esteem is almost always negatively affected when we do not receive the desired feedback from others. We feel a sense of pressure to perform with the right content that will attract the desired audience. And as it says in the last bullet point, social media has created grind culture and enhanced comparison. We are constantly in this mode of go, go, go. And it's because we see these influencers with these things that we desire. And we think that because they're grinding or because they're seemingly grinding based off of the life that they are portraying to their following, that we need to be doing that as well. And it has kind of created a negative connotation when it comes to working and being productive. It takes a whole new meaning on it. As Postman says, Americans are the best entertained and quite likely the least well-informed people in the Western world. Media and television have altered the entire meaning of information and being well-informed by creating a new series of information that can confidently be called disinformation. Fake news and disinformation is utilized to shock or incite social discussion, conflict, and consumerism. This information is intended to mislead its reader or create a particular view on a given topic. And disinformation is the main form of knowledge that most Americans are obtaining from the news and social media outlets. Disinformation consists of a new topic, new event, or new item that can be purchased. People have always been fascinated by what is new and unheard of, making it even more appealing to share. People love to be the first one to share good news or interesting news or bad news to other people. So this way, disinformation is spreading very, very quickly to others. When news is shared by a well-known celebrity, a well-known celebrity, news outlet, or broadcaster, it is most likely the case that the audience will not fact or source check the information because it is being given by a seemingly credible source. Those that are more aware of fake news will sometimes source check, but not often. As Postman indicated, credibility does not refer to the past record of the teller, but the sincerity, authenticity, vulnerability, or attractiveness conveyed. We constantly want to be entertained. We want to watch news and look at media and follow people that are attractive, that are on a pedestal above us. And we trust them because they have all of these qualities that we desire, and we trust them because they are what we are projecting or what we want to project. The information environment is beginning to mimic entertainment and television because advertisers, broadcasters, and politicians simply have to perform to gouge the attention of viewers. Because our attention spans have declined greatly since the creation of social media and advanced technology, we simply will not find the time or focus to fact check our source of knowledge. All it takes in this society is simply a soft smile that mirrors genuinity or something that appeals directly to our values and our morals. You know, fake news reaches into public subconscious and arouses emotions that causes users to share it instantly, as I was saying. And this was confirmed in the 2016 US presidential election campaign when information surged the internet about Pope Francis endorsing Donald Trump. There was even a picture of them photoshopped together that was shared, I believe, around 10 million times on Facebook. And that is just a simple example of how social media takes disinformation and fake news and it surges. And the majority of the people that see this disinformation, this fake news, they're going to believe it. And that causes it to be shared and to be shared. And then that causes the huge spread of false information. So in all, social media has affected our perception on reality in general. Our self-esteem, our credibility, and just how we view news overall, and how we consume news, the way that we see products that we may not have normally bought if this person that we follow and adore on Instagram didn't use it. We want to buy this fancy blender because the Kardashians use a fancy blender. Maybe if I use this fancy $500 blender that the Kardashians use, I will look like a Kardashian and I will make money like a Kardashian. It's almost like we're brainwashed to believe these certain things, but yeah.